A man was shot and killed, but the shooter walked free. So what's going on here? In the South Hebron hills of the West Bank lies Masafer Yatta, a cluster of Palestinian villages. One of these villages is al-Khair. For decades, there have been clashes between residents and nearby settlements, as well as mounting military pressure. That pressure reached a breaking point on Monday, July 28, 2025. That morning, Israeli settler Yinon Levi entered the village reportedly operating a bulldozer. Him and another individual allegedly damaged trees and infrastructure, attempting to sever the main water pipe to the village. When local residents, including non-violent activist and educator Awdah Hathaleen, tried to intervene, Levi pulled out a gun and opened fire. Awdah was shot and killed. He was unarmed. Yinon Levi claims that the group were throwing rocks, but this has not been verified. Israeli soldiers and police arrived, and instead of arresting Levi, who was briefly detained and then released to house arrest the next day, soldiers arrested Palestinians at the scene, including Awdah's relatives and solidarity activists. On Tuesday, July 29th, soldiers stormed the mourning tent set up for Awdah. They fired stun grenades, declared al-Khair a closed military zone, and arrested more residents. Overnight, the army raided again, and by the week's end, at least 20 Palestinians were detained, many of them Awdah's family members. By Thursday, July 31st, Awdah's body had still not been released. A hunger strike began, demanding justice and his right to burial in his home village. On Sunday, August 3rd, demonstrators gathered in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. They called for the release of Awdah's body, the release of his relatives, and an end to the settler violence in al-Khair. On Wednesday, August 6th, Israel's Supreme Court was set to rule on the family's petition to release Awdah's body. Supporters gathered at the courthouse to show solidarity, a final plea for justice. On August 7th, Awdah's body was released and the burial took place in the late morning. Awdah Hathaleen was more than a name. He was a teacher, a researcher, a beloved member of his community, and a lifelong defender of people's right to live in peace.